Podcast. I'm your host, Nip Sack. We have many special guests in the building tonight. We have, starting from right to left, tell the people who you are.
Kanika from Iconically Speaking Experience.
Yep.
I'm your girl Linga from UCC Podcast, Uncomfortable Conversations. You can find us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and also YouTube.
And we got
Bundle, man, the Fillmore legend.
Bundelli in the building
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. This is episode 38. And today we're going to talk about good men versus good women. Not saying that you all are good or bad women and we are good or bad men, but we're going to talk about our idea of good men and good women. Because I think, we all have these ideas of what a good man is and what a good woman is, and a lot of times you don't have one, a good, bad, or indifferent one. And a lot of times you keep running into bad ones, and a lot of times you can't keep good ones, and a lot of times you know what I mean. But I need me a good man, and I need me a good woman. But you a good woman without a good man. So how can we merge those two worlds of good men and good women and get them in the same place at the same time doing the same thing?
That's a good question. Because the reason I say that, because what I see is when, not saying that good men and good women cannot be a successful marriage or a successful relationship, but I feel like sometimes there's a balance where good men wind up with, exactly. And I feel like sometimes they feel like that's missing out of their lives sometimes. And like you said, we all say good man, good woman, but everybody has their own definition of what a good man and a good woman is, right? To yourself, you can be like, I'm the best woman in the whole wide world.
Right.
To you know
because
what I'm saying?
Every woman thinks that. I promise you. Every single time. I like them other bitches.
Some people know they're terrible.
Do they?
I think so.
They won't let a man know that.
That's what
their friends know
that's
that.
what they definitely won't do.
They won't let a man know.
That's what they definitely won't do.
Absolutely. I'll say that I don't feel like I've ever been a bad woman, but I can say that I'm definitely a better woman by just changing my mindset, just thinking a little bit different, doing some things a little bit different instead of doing it the same way I've been doing things throughout my whole life. Keep wondering why I keep running into the same kind of people. Well, it might not be them. It might be some things within yourself that you need to take accountability on. Until we take accountability for our own actions, it's like we steady just running around, I'm a good woman.
Mm-hmm.
To who?
What they say you are.
You know what I'm saying? To who?
Right. That's what I was finna lead into next. If you keep attracting, because I'm like, oh, I always get crazy girls. Because you crazy. Maybe that's why.
Well, it may be, you know what I'm saying? But until you realize that and realize you need to change some shit within yourself, then you'll keep attracting what you attract. They say you are what you attract. Right?
Okay, so here's another thing too, right? Good men, good women. How much of yourself are you supposed to change in order to fit into somebody else's idea of a good man or a good woman? Because don't nod your head no. I'm not saying. I ain't saying.
My head went around.
I ain't saying to sell your soul and be a Stepford wife. I'm saying in the point of merging, how much should you compromise? How much should you, in order to mesh with someone, how much of yourself should you be willing to compromise?
I don't think you should compromise yourself or lose yourself trying to be what someone else wants you to be. I think that compromise is definitely needed within relationships, but I don't think that you should lose yourself to do that. That you have to lose yourself to do that.
Definitely don't think you should lose yourself, for sure. Been there, done that, know what that feel like, look like. As far as compromises and sacrifices, I feel like we don't make enough of those when we're looking for our lifetime partner. We're looking for our husband. We're looking for our wife. I feel like a lot of people are just not willing to compromise. It's like
At all.
I'm right, you wrong, and that's just the point that a lot of people just want to make, without being open-minded. No,
So you have two extremes. You have somebody who's not willing to do nothing, and you have somebody who's completely not even being themselves and lost themselves. So in between somewhere is where those people can meet so they can be themselves and compromise as well.
You said how much should you change? Like,
How much about yourself should you change? Not your personality or something, but how much should you change in order to make a relationship work?
I think that's tough because men are different than women.
Right.
So when we look at as men, women don't look at as the same. When we look at things we don't need much. Women need more.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that like women are like
What?
No, I'm listening to you.
Right.
You kicking me out shit. Go ahead.
women need more. Like they need the. For example, a man, all we need is football, sports, whatever sport come on, TV, chill, food,
We
and we good.
And sex.
So you're saying that men are simple?
Women, you guys
So
want
much.
romance. You guys want sensuality. You guys want flowers. You guys want.
There's a lot.
Yeah, you guys, but it's not a bad thing. What I'm saying is, you guys just want more, and that's why I'm saying that there's not an equal balance because, like I said, women want more,
Do
and
you
men
think
don't.
men have to give up more of themselves than women?
No.
I think so.
okay, so since I've been with men and women before, I
Bring
don't
it
find
back
that
to
to be true. And maybe the males that I was with wasn't men yet.
There you go.
But I find that what I have found in my experiences that the men do want more than just
I
what you're talking about.
don't know. I don't know what men you've been with.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just telling you. I'm
No,
not being funny.
I'm just speaking from my experience.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm not. But I'm just saying. Majority of men don't want much. We don't need much. Like we can kick our feet off and chill.
And I
But
think
y'all
that's
don't-
where my experience is where I think a lot of women get the men are starting to be too sassy and shit, and they want too much. So,
Yeah, the new generation men. So we also got to understand that all men and all women, can we agree that they're not the same?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
Like,
requires
we are all
different
the same,
things.
right?
And,
So we also got to understand, we old school. You know what I'm saying? So we got the new generation, and then we got old school.
Like-
So
like-
we old school.
Like for example, let me use an example. You as yourself, you are a good woman. I know you for
Okay.
years,
Okay.
and I know that you can please a man, and you can.
Whoa.
I was trying to stay in my chair. I wasn't even going to get it.
Well, you're not lying. You know.
I'm talking about.
Trying to figure out how you felt.
Never mind.
So that's just kind of what you said. Like, you being yourself, I think that people need to learn how to accept people for who they are instead of
Right.
trying to make them what they want them to be.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then I think things will flow little
I'm gonna have to
better.
do a whole show on your who's and your what's because I've been living off my who's and my what's for decades. But at the end of the day, you can have this whole list of what you want from somebody, and you can find somebody that meet that whole list of things, and they might not even be your who. You know what I mean? And then you can have somebody that's your who that you just really want to make it work with, and they don't have half of that stuff on that list, but that's your who. How do you work with your who's versus your what's?
Yeah, you're not listening, man.
I'm not.
You're not listening. I'm serious. I'm not being funny. I'm being dead serious, man. I'm telling you, women want more than men, and in a relationship, like
I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of high maintenance though.
It's,
like I said,
it's a lot of men nowadays.
You know what I mean? I have to
That
sit home, watch football, bring me a plate type. I'll get up and get my own plate. I'm on the go. I'm shaking bacon. I require different stuff. I'm not that simple to deal with. I need you to be my therapist.
Oh,
I
damn.
need you to
That's
be
That's the
my.
average man
I need you to be
nowadays.
my nurse. I need
That's
you to be
too
my.
much, man.
But in return, I'm willing to provide all of these other things. So it ain't like I'm just
So you
sitting
give them what you
back.
asking for.
Yeah, I'm bringing what I'm expecting.
Because a lot of people
And I'm not
that don't work, man.
give what
Exactly.
they're
That
asking
does
for.
not work.
Which means it's the
That-
relationship is not reciprocation right now.
Yeah,
It's not.
that does not work, man.
Why
Stop
does it
playing,
work?
man. Come on, man.
I mean,
That does not work,
if
man.
it don't work like that, then it ain't gonna work.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
I've been taking care of myself for.
And you've been taking care of what? Yourself, right? And there you go.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That shit don't work, man.
So, Kaniki, what is your idea of a good man or woman? Since you brought that.
Look, that's a good question too.
Your absolute necessaries.
Honesty,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't trust somebody that is a liar.
What if you can't handle the truth?
I can handle the truth. So I can handle the truth. I know how to accept the truth and move forward
Sometimes
without.
that truth get you dumped though, for real.
Well, then it is what it is.
Let me not interrupt you no more. Go ahead.
I need to be equally yoked with my person because I find that if we going down two different roads, we're not gonna never meet up on the same path. Like we ain't. It's always gonna be a problem in an argument. What else? Yeah, honestly, being equally yoked. Family man or woman, like the things that are important to me need to be important to you and vice versa. In order for the relationship to work.
There you go. Speak up so the people can hear you.
You're like, ow, but that's
Speak up so the people can hear. It's important what you say. Thank you.
Well,
Were you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I would like to say the number one thing, what makes a man a good man in my eyes, is a man that has a relationship with God, first and foremost. Know him.
Yeah.
A man that's supportive, a man that's attentive to detail, a man that just don't want to lay on your couch, scratch his ass, and put a note in his back pocket. Get your ass up. Because Dick ain't been around here now, but really somebody that's supportive. Because I feel like a lot of times you give in relationships, and women, we have this thing where we always want to be a man's fixer. We always want to be our man's therapist. We always want to try to make it out. He go cheat. We mad for a couple days, then we try to work it out. He cheat again. We mad for 2 weeks. we try to, you know what I'm saying? So at some point, you got to be a woman that's willing to walk away when things do not serve you, do not add value to your life.
Our grandma's in them stayed.
You know what I'm
I walk
saying?
away real
But
fast.
see, I wasn't
But
always that woman, but I am now. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I feel where you coming from. Like you have to go through some shit in order to get to
Right.
the point. Because if you ain't been through nothing, you know, you just out here thinking, I'm just a good woman. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
you know
a good
what?
woman has been through some shit to get to the point to where she can say that.
You know what I've
saying?
seen though? I've seen women say, "Oh, I just can't take this no more," and I got to go, and they leave. Right? They go to another man who does worse than that man, and then they come through these series of men, and then they go back to the first person they could unbearable, and they think, "Oh, you know what? That wasn't that bad."
By then, it's too late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men do the same thing.
Oh yeah, recycling saves the earth. Sometimes.
You know.
Sometimes the recycling.
Some of them kids get
Trash.
arrested.
Oh,
Some of them kids get arrested in pressure. And they, baby, yeah.
Mandela, what makes a good woman?
I think that a good woman is just first of all, women are the backbones of our civilization. So, I mean, we wouldn't be here without women,
Right.
period. I feel that a good woman, she stands strong. She basically is the backbone of the family. Like she takes care of the home. She provides the food that we have on our table, and she's essentially the person that basically takes care of all of us. Like
The nurturer.
Yeah, like she just takes care of the whole tribe. Like whether if you have cousins, nephews, whatever, like the woman takes care of all of that. And I totally respect women, like I really do. And like any woman that does that or is about that life, I totally 1,000% respect.
She good.
Yeah.
I like what you said, Monday. That raised something for me, though. I feel like our generation is having such a hard time, like creating
What?
their own families.
Let me backtrack a little bit. Now I'm gonna tell you about. Let's say, for instance, like this going not our generation.
Mhm.
Our generation were bosses.
Mhm.
I'm talking about the younger generation under us. I'm talking about the men. The men that were up under us, they became boys. They never became men.
Yeah. A lot of
And that's one of the problems with our society right now, because our supposedly men are still boys, and they don't know how to become men, and they never knew how to become men because some of the men that were supposed to raise them never raised them.
No
a
doubt.
lot of them got killed and went to jail.
I totally understand that.
Right.
What I'm saying is that's one of the problems, man. So when it comes to society, I mean, when it comes to the black community, like we never really had like where was a mom and dad in the home the whole time, 20 years.
Right. Our grandparents.
Yeah.
Those are the only.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the younger generation. I'm not even talking about our generation. I'm talking about the younger generation. They never seen that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've never seen that, of course you don't know how to respect somebody. Like they don't
It
care.
wasn't taught.
They don't care. Like they don't really care. So I've done the best to teach my sons. Like for example, my son's a fucking doctor.
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that you have to there has to be some type of ground rules, man, where people treat their kids like they're somebody's, man, not nobody's.
Right.
And that's where I think that we can try to change our situations, because the hell with it. Let me be totally honest with you. The rate we're gonna lose our children, man.
It ain't just the boys though, because all this.
I'm not saying it's just the boys. I'm not saying it's just boys, but what I'm saying is the girls play a role too.
Definitely.
But I'm saying it's more so on the boys, man, because we are supposed to be the soldiers, man.
The leaders.
Right.
The leaders.
I want to say something to that. So, everything that you were saying was very much true. I also want to say that you got men and women that have came from good homes with mother and father in the household, and they still wind up to not be shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of people, especially like when dating, you know, men are doing this thing now to where they're telling women, you know, was your dad in the house? Was your father around? You know, they're trying to find out your background, because if you tell them that your father wasn't in the household and he wasn't raised by your father, you barely knew your father, then they automatically connect that with she got issues.
Or she don't know how to talk
She
to a
looking for a
man.
daddy.
She
You know
don't
what
know
I'm
how to
saying?
respect
Like, you got daddy issues, and that's not the story for everybody.
So like me alone, that was in a former life. I'm
Because
just
you
saying.
got a lot of the ones that came from the two-parent households, they feel like they didn't have everything handed to them. They feel like they missing out on something. You know what I'm saying? We had to eat noodles. We had to, you know what I'm saying, live in the struggle. But them, they feel like they missing out on that. So now that they're older, they trying to get out there and relive
I've
something.
seen
that they
people
feel
grow
like
up in two-parent households, and the parents in the household relationship was toxic as hell.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
it.
the
That's
example
it.
of a relationship, and they think this is how the relationship is supposed to be, and they partner like, why are you bringing all this toxicity into our relationship? And it's not even really necessary, but that's the idea of
Absolutely.
relationship, though.
But the whole thing about it is, you guys are missing the whole point.
Okay.
The size of the quantity of people kids that have grown up in two parent households is way smaller
Right.
than the quantity of a white household.
Right.
It's
Sure.
totally different.
Yeah.
So you can use examples of you know, two-parent households, kids, you know, going astray. But how many households only have one parent though?
A lot.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't think that even really matters. I think that it all boils down to choices.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being good or being bad is a choice.
I agree.
So if everybody choose to do right and be good, then they'll be good. It's
Yeah, but that's hard though.
it's not though. It's
That's definitely hard.
I don't think majority of people are not all good or not all bad. We've
Right.
all done things,
Not bad.
and we've all done things. We've all done things that we're proud of. We all done things of maybe I shouldn't do that again, or I shouldn't have done that. But you know, it's a balance. But I feel like now it's my turn. A good woman definitely has a good heart, a good mind, and a good spine. I mean, how important is sex in it? Because you can have somebody that got everything on your wish list and they not meeting the qualifications in the thing, and then it's like, okay, I know it is. I believe it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a show? I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yes, you have the Uncomfortable Conversation podcast.
Yes.
You come here, yes.
Absolutely.
So
wow.
we're gonna go around one last time for the necessary and unnecessary of good men, good women. We're gonna start with
Somebody else.
no, we already got the rotation. It's clockwise. Go on down.
The necessary.
Dude, go ahead. Go on, now.
Take the wheel. Take it.
So the necessary, I feel like, is to take out time to work on yourself. Take out time to not just focus on I want to be a good man or I want to be a good woman, but there's nothing wrong with being better, right? We always want to be better. So then, was that the necessary? Okay, so the
That sounded necessary.
So the unnecessary, I would like to say, is stop trying to always prove that you're right and just be open-minded to some new possibilities in your life.
Different perspectives. You ready now?
No.
But
Nothing's coming back for me.
So what am I talking
the
about?
necessary and unnecessary of good men and good women.
Right. So the necessary of a good woman is, both good women and good men is just to have a common goal. Have something that you're trying to reach for. I think that's important. Whether that's a home or just
A business, a family,
whatever it is.
everything. Working together.
Yeah,
Equally
I
yoked.
think that that's important. And another thing too, that's a necessary thing is have understanding. Like, for example, women, y'all hard, man.
Okay, so now unnecessary.
Y'all hard, man. Y'all hard, man.
Unnecessary now.
Y'all hard, man.
So when you say that, are you basing that on past experiences that you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole lot of
Yeah,
experiences that you
hell
haven't
yeah.
had.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, just dealing with women, y'all, but one thing about women though, y'all are fucking strong-minded as fuck. I mean, strong-minded as hell.
I'm just weak.
Both.
But at the same token, man, y'all can be bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Because you think like that now, and we always think the way that we think until we have a new experience. You know what I'm saying? Now you may have experience with a woman one day in your life, and you may be like, "This is
Easy.
simple."
I understand that.
She's
No,
not.
but hear me.
She's not ratchet. She's not
But
busting
hear
windows
me
and
out.
popping tires.
But hear me out. 10 years from then, how's that gonna look?
Break that down.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying though, 10
You
years
don't
from
stay
then.
like that.
No.
She
Hell
can
no.
start off like
So-
that, but then she'll end up busting windows. And
Absolutely.
That's not always. That's not always necessary.
What?
Yeah, that's
She
not
can start
always.
off
That's
high.
just your experiences. You gotta get caught up in your
Yeah, 'cause I don't care
experiences.
what's going on. I ain't never going
Baby, I ain't busting
So-
tires.
I didn't say nothing about all that, but I'm just talking about.
Since
I'm talking
I was
about.
about 21.
I'm talking about how certain women transform.
Yeah.
But that's just who
But
they
men do
are.
the same thing too.
No, I don't disagree with you. I definitely don't disagree with you. But what I was just saying is that if you have the hell with all the other shit. If you have a common goal and you have something that you're trying to achieve, and when you guys achieve it, you'll feel self-accomplishment.
Now that's the necessary. Now what's the unnecessary?
He said the hard time y'all be giving.
So my necessary is gonna be
Okay.
learn to be good to yourself so you can be good to other people.
Absolutely.
And then make better choices.
That's the
That's
unnecessary.
the unnecessary. Which was it? Which one's what?
It's kind of
It's kind of both. It's both.
necessary,
Okay.
both necessary. I ain't necessary. Unnecessary, don't stay with people you know you ain't good for. Ain't good for you.
That's gonna be tough.
Everything
You-
gonna be tough.
That's the part of relationships, man. Like you
So that's why you gotta be good to yourself.
No,
And know that
I agree
if
with you.
something is not working for you and not good for you, you need to walk away, like she said.
Like I said, I agree with you 1,000%. But at the same token, everybody can't always do that. Like it's
Right.
sometimes it's hard for people to
Everybody
walk
not
away.
strong enough, right?
Yeah, there's somebody
I've
that's
been
hard
there.
for people to walk away.
I've been there.
Circumstances.
Well, baby, I got my
sometimes
walking
happen.
shoes on now in this season.
Yeah, no, I totally.
In this season.
Like
you
I
know
said,
what
I
I'm
totally
saying?
agree with you. But I'm saying, like, if some, especially like when you're younger, like when you're younger, like it's hard for somebody to just walk away from a relationship, man. Like it's tough, but at the end of the day, you gotta find a will and you gotta find a way.
When you start loving yourself
Yeah.
and you start valuing yourself, it'll be easier for you to walk away because you know you deserve more.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So you won't
pray,
settle for
pray,
less.
ask God to
You
give
know
you
what
some
I'm saying?
strength to get up and up.
And that's on Mary and all her little lambs.
Everyone.
All right, I got a backdrop and a download just now. I had to reach way back for it because, like I said, I've been mulling over these who's and what's for decades now. So I think that at this point in life, I mean, you need to find your who and work on the what's. You can't do the what's without the who. You need to find your who because you might find somebody, and as long as they perfect for you, they could be a dirtbag shit whore. But that's your who.
Yeah.
And you work on the what's. You can't be mad at them, because of that. They might be a, downtrodden bum. But you work on that. If they got a genuine heart, they love you or whatever.
Yes.
Don't count a person out as good or bad if you really genuinely get to know that person, how feeling. Because we deny how we feel about people because of what they do.
Or our
You know
past
what I mean?
experiences.
Or past, or something they didn't even do, something
Yeah,
somebody else
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Now I ain't putting up with this from this
Because
nigga.
you
You know what
might
I
come across a
mean?
man
So
or woman that you never experienced.
I think that being good yourself is first a requirement. That's the necessary. And the unnecessary is judging what's good and bad. Judging what's good and bad, when I could, okay, some stuff is bad, like, cheating, beating, smoking crack, all that stuff, yeah, that's obvious, you know what I mean?
Right.
But other stuff you might be nitpicking about, and that's that person's personality, and you might want somebody to change. They might never change that one thing you want them to change because that's them, and you leave that person to have all the rest of the stuff for that one thing,
That acceptance.
Sacrifice and then the compromise.
That's why I bring it back to my original, like, how much do you change? So some stuff I might never change, but I might change 50 things, but that might not be that one thing you wanted me to change. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think we be too hard on each other.
And our
People, we being too hard on each other. Now, some of y'all being too easy on each other, but...
That's another topic.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
a whole other topic.
Easy.
But if you're being too hard on somebody, put a little love in your heart.
And accept people for who they are.
Accept people.
Not who you want them to be.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Necessary and Unnecessary podcast. We out.